Hi everybody, I'm Yael, the CEO and one of the co-founder of SUS Technology. Our story started more than 5 years ago. I used to work as a CEO in a company that built big poultry integration in Israel and all over the world. This industry is very traditional, but there is a lot of innovation in the poultry industry, and I always looked for it. So when I met my colleague Nashat Haj Muhammad, an Arab-Israeli entrepreneur, in an exhibition, he told me that he had a solution to the biggest problem of the egg industry. And this was an eye-opening moment. So how do we get eggs to our plates? At the beginning, there are the breed flocks. Male and female chicks sit together all day long, eat and breed, and then you get fertilized eggs. Those fertilized eggs goes to commercial hatcheries. After 21 days, they hatch, and you get in general 15 billion chicks all over the world. Half of them are male, and as you all know, male do not lay eggs. And that's the reason they exterminated just after they hatch. And that's the problem we are solving here at SUS. In nature, there are many species that can change their sex just by changing the environmental conditions. In many studies, it shows that sound vibration can actually affect cells, even change their functionality. So, if egg is the biggest cell in nature, sound vibration can actually affect her, and that's the reason it's possible.
Certain environmental conditions during incubation could encourage or suppress the expression of the DMRT1 gene that determines the sex. An embryo with ZZ genes, which would normally develop as a male, would be transformed into a female.
SUS developed a generic hardware-software extension system designed for integration into any existing industrial incubator. The system allows us to enhance and control each environmental parameter with great accuracy without interfering with the normal functionality of the incubator. Operation and monitoring can be done either manually or remotely using an online application.
The scientific breakthrough of poultry sex reversal will revolutionize the incubation process in the poultry industry, preventing the annual destruction of billions of chicks.
We started with small laboratory incubator of 50 to 100 eggs. When we received 75% plus female, we were very excited. And first thing we did just after we received our first fund was to establish our own site. We established a pullet house, this commercial hatchery of 5,000 eggs, and layer house. We did more than 40 experiments during these last 3 years, and we received 60% plus in thousands of eggs. We grow 1,500 layers. They get the same performance as the biological layer with the same quality of eggs, the same number of eggs, the same taste of eggs, even the same taste of eggs. We wrote a patent and it's granted in 9 areas. And the thing that we are very, very pleased with is that we signed our first pilot outside of Israel with one of the biggest Italian integration poultry. So how do we help our customer? The egg industry is one of the biggest food industry in the world. It's about $220 billion a year, and it grows every year in 2%. Small medium hatcheries hatched every year about 10 million eggs and get about 4 million female chicks with the ratio of 50-50. The revenue is $6.2 million and the margin is about 20%. Now in SUS we get to 60% female instead of male, and it means all cost saving gets to the bottom line. When we get to 80% female, we will achieve a margin of 46%, almost like Microsoft. Our technology and business model do not change the way the industry works. Our business model, based on SaaS model, hatchery operating system. And the pricing is going to be per extra female chicks above the 50%. From technology perspective, now we achieved 60% female. Our goal for the next 18 months is to get to 75% female all over the hatchery. We already received 70% female in certain areas in the incubator. How are we going to do that? We developed a sensor system that will help us to measure any points in the incubator and not just know what we transmit to the egg, but what the eggs actually hear. By collecting this data and analyze them, we will know better how to improve our hatching protocol from cycle to cycle. From commercial perspective, we signed our first pilot outside of Israel, and now we are going to sign at least 10 pilots outside of Israel. Those pilots going to be our first commercial paying customers. We are looking to raise $6 million as a Series A to develop the sensor system and to conduct those pilots. We will be happy if you join us in our journey. Thank you very much.